myself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Headed towards a world title shot, potentially in 7 fights tonight, taking on Hironori Mishiro, who just a couple of fights ago, 2 years ago, said he lost all of his confidence in his boxing, but a new team and a new gym has him on the cusp of a dream opportunity as well. Round 1.
This is either going to be an awesome performance from Mishiro or an awful one. I don't think there's going to be an in-between.
A lot of opening for Cruz to actually hit the chest and the torso area of such a stiff fighter.
And he is an aggressive, come-forward fighter. I think the problem, though, probably as often as he needs to against the fighter with the accuracy of Andy Cruz.
Right hand of Cruz landing already, one up top.
See, that's what I mean by Mishiro being stiff. He got hit with a jab right there. He didn't even react. Robotic. Cruz with his background to really land on Mishiro easily.
Mishiro started his career at the Watanabe gym, which is most famous for, as I mentioned, felt that his boxing was lost his confidence after a shocking loss in Korea. And now is training at the Yokohama Hikari boxing gym.
That jab's going to be the main weapon for Cruz. I can already see it. Mishiro's so robotic. You know, he doesn't really big right hand.
There you see some reddening on the nose of Mishiro, courtesy.
Or lead right hands. You know, it could be jabs, lead right hands, but
Cruz he can be a very unorthodox puncher out of nowhere.
Yeah, the 2-1 is a punch that a lot of these gold medalists and successful amateurs throw. Right now, you just want to soften up Mishiro. These Japanese fighters, you know, they could take a punch. They face a lot of 2-1. It's actually the opposite of
the Cuban boxing school, is to always keep yourself safe, to pivot out.
Good right hand there a moment ago from Mishiro.
That's a sneaky right hand that I was talking about. He has a quickie upper body movement, but he has a sneaky right-handed hook as well. You can't sleep on a guy like Mishiro.
Good shit.
Andy Cruz and Hironori Mishiro here in our co-feature. There's one good right hand from Mishiro right before the bell. Guys, we saw Cruz in the corner, of course, with Bozienes, and for my money, this is one of the most interesting kind of fusion, and Andy Cruz has talked about binding what he learned back home in Cuba. Now
could have gone to a trainer over in Europe. There's only 2 knockouts in his 5 fights, but he has landed some good shots on every one of his opponents.
I love that jab, man. I mean, just the jab alone is going to win this fight. When you're dealing with a tall, lean fighter that doesn't really move his upper body, you can stab him in the gut.
Pocket and avoid shots. Yeah, his accuracy.
That sets up overhand shots.
A guy like William School.
According to CompuBox,
he's not someone that is going to run around the ring, use the entirety of the ring to try to avoid getting hit. Yeah,
you're going to have to be patient with a guy like Mishiro, you know. Tough fighter, turning southpaw there. Is Cruz giving Mishiro a different look. You know, outclassed him with jabs. Just simple jabs like that. Just busting him up. Punch keep coming forward. So you got to break these guys down. Never been knocked out. You know, he's one of these.
Good body work setting this up for Cruz. Now he's putting.
And you can see the 2 schools of training, you know, of Andy Cruz. From the outside, that jab, you know, popping him with that jab, clean punch.
And start training with Bozienes, and that's been the emphasis.
Body shots, looking for that uppercut, digging down, combination punching.
Against Hironori Mishiro.
And there's those quick jabs of Mishiro. Those are pesky jabs. That's what I want to see right now, putting Andy Cruz on the back foot.
Scorecards if I'm fighting overseas. If I try and stray from what I do, to the Japanese press earlier this week, and he said, asking me, hey, am I worried about should I be more aggressive? And he said, listen, I'm not a knockout puncher.
Mishiro doesn't like those body shots. See, look, stabbing him downstairs like that, right in the breadbasket to you, man. And you can see Mishiro doesn't like him backing up and actually, you know, wilting every time that Andy Cruz trying to go downstairs. You can see him covering up those ribs.
Mishiro, deep breath there after a cascade of right hands from Andy Cruz.
I love the punch selection from Andy Cruz. You just don't know where he's going to go and come over the top with that right hand. Very disciplined.
There's a sneaky right hook, right hand by Mishiro.
Over anxious or too aggressive here, but I think he's noticing, or he's going to start getting hurt. Big right hand again there from Cruz, and down goes Mishiro, and indeed, he is hurt.
What a shot. That landed cleanly. Right on the jaw. First I thought he rolled with it, but it was a clean shot. You can see the legs buckled, the knees gave out. Mishiro's hurt.
Andy Cruz just cannot miss right now. Cruz all over Mishiro for the knockout here in the third.
And this is where the stiff upper body of Mishiro is going to come and bite him. He needs to duck these shots. He can't just block them.
Turn away from that right hand, lining him up for that shot as he does twice more. It's uppercuts, it's straight rights. Everything coming at Mishiro right now.
Oof.
Nice right hand from Mishiro.
Cruz just missed with a big right hand that would have ended this.
With a right hand, but you're right, Sergio. That was a fight ender, but there may be some to come here.
Sergio, Mishiro's just kind of dipping down, leaving that head exposed.
No upper body movement. That's what I talked about, being robotic.
Down goes Mishiro again before the bell. Mishiro up and smiling, and he will make it out of the round.
And leaving the side of his head exposed. Wide open target for Andy Cruz to tee off on.
Because he has no upper body movement. He's really stiff.
Round 4 underway, or else this one could be over in short order. You just cannot take.
See that Cruz is turning into a right hook now.
I mean, Sergio, it looked like Cruz was almost surprised that
It's going to actually open up the overhand shots for Cruz.
Take a look at these coffee box numbers. We talked about the plus minus Cruz. And that percentage is just fine. Outlanding Mishiro 40-5 in terms of power shots. Numbers are climbing already. And
Digging down to the body of Cruz. I mean, this is the thing about these Japanese fighters, man. They can keep coming. Very resilient.
nice left hook to the body there from Cruz. Comes right behind it here from Andy Cruz. Big right hand again there from Cruz.
Yeah, that right hand can't miss.
Nothing can miss right now.
And right from Cruz should end this. But he needs to bend his feet because Mishiro's a sucker for that right hand.
Mishiro incredibly brave, but just does not have an answer for Andy Cruz when he starts putting his shots together.
Go back to the jab, even Cruz. There you go, popping him like that, keeping him at the end.
Final 30 seconds here of round 4.
Nice upper body movement there by Cruz. Nice and relaxed in the pocket. Everything missing by Mishiro. And there's that 2-1. Whenever you're landing a 1-2 so easily, switch it up on them with a lead 2 and the power jab.
Cruz having a tremendous time in there right now. You see the joy on his face. Everything working for Cruz. We're maybe looking at a future world champion in the very near future here in Andy Cruz, as the doctors are going to take a look at Hironori Mishiro. Warm round of applause for Mishiro. Will be able to continue. The problem, Sergio, isn't whether Mishiro can react to the eye test there.
Andy Cruz is just way too sharp with those punches. And looking, popping him with that jab, softening him up, and then lining up those right hands. With a fighter that doesn't move his upper body, doesn't have quick instinct to roll with shots with his chin, you're always going to land cleanly. So those jabs, Corey, those are shots that hurt you going backwards, and they're just going to set up. This fight's not going to last much longer.
Beautiful uppercuts on the inside.
If Cruz just puts together combat just like that, with hooks coming around the guard, they'll stop this fight. Punches are landing way too cleanly.
Well, Chris, I want to ask you about your scorecard, but tonight, Andy Cruz with an absolute paint job right now. Hironori Mishiro needs saving from himself. One final Cuban missile of a right hand from Andy Cruz.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eric Dolly calls a halt to this contest, declaring your winner by TKO.